Hello there, sports gamers. Welcome back into the channel. I'm Brandon Satterwhite, and welcome back to SGO Gridiron. I know it's been a few months since I've posted anything here on this channel. Been busy with other stuff with the main SGO channel, and then also the new SGO Dugout channel, our new baseball channel, which if you haven't already and you're interested, go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. College football 26 right around the corner, and right after that will be Madden, and then football season and all that. But with football season right around the corner, basically, with the release of college football 26 coming in July, I did want to get back on here and sort of get things going again here on this channel. And I was thinking about, okay, what team do I want to use for a Dynasty series when college football 26 comes out? And basically, I decided the best way to choose that is with a Dynasty series here in college football 25. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start out as an offensive coordinator. We are only going to be an offensive coordinator in this series. And then we will, whatever season we finish right before college football 26 comes out, we will look at those job offers, and those will be the options we have to choose from for our Dynasty series in college football 26. So we'll basically carry over this coach's story into college football 26. Since I didn't really get to do a college football series like I had wanted to on the channel, I started, the Razorback one, and then I had to move, and there was a whole bunch of other stuff, so I didn't really get to do a whole lot with college football when it came out last year, outside of the actual review over on the main SGO channel. But I am excited to get back into it and start playing this game, because I played the crap out of this game. Like, let me look and see, how many hours did I actually have in college football 26? 237 hours, which may not be as much as some people, but I mean, that's a lot of hours for a game, especially for me. I don't know, I bounce around to different games a lot. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to stay with one game for a while, but I mean, 237 hours. I played this game a lot last fall, but I am excited to get back into it. So you may be asking, well, if we're using this Dynasty to choose what team we're going to use in college football 26, which team are we going to use here in college football 25? Well, that is an excellent question. So what I've done is I have given ChatGPT this prompt here, which basically says I am a college football offensive coordinator, and I have it generate a list of 3 group of 5 universities and then act as the AD and interview me for each of those jobs. In each interview, it's going to give me 3 college football trivia questions. It could be stuff like rules, schemes, champions, Heisman winners, etc. And then if I get 2 out of 3 right, I will get the job offer. If I don't, I will not be given the job offer. I tested it out here, and it gave me these 3 teams, and I was able to do it pretty well. So I'm hoping that this works again here. So we're going to do this again and see how this goes. We've got to see which teams it offers us here. And to go along with it, I have our little AI athletic director here that I've gotten, and he's going to tell us what are the teams that we will be able to be interviewed for.
Let's get you set up with 3 new group of 5 universities for your interviews. 1, University of Memphis, AAC. 2, University of Nevada, Mountain West. 3, Western Kentucky University, CUSA. We'll begin with University of Memphis. I'll play the role of the athletic director for the Tigers. Interview number 1, University, welcome coach to Memphis. We're looking for an offensive mastermind to lead our program to new heights. Let's see how well you know the game. Question 1. Which team won the first ever college football playoff national championship in 2015? Let me know when you're ready for the next question.
We're going to be at Memphis here in the American. They're 82 overall spread offense, 2-star team. The question is, who was the first team to win the first college football playoff national championship? Thank you, sir. I believe the first team to win the college football playoff national championship was the Ohio State Buckeyes.
You're absolutely correct, Coach. The Ohio State Buckeyes won the inaugural college football playoff national championship in 2015, defeating the Oregon Ducks with a commanding 42-20 victory. This game marked the first national title awarded under the new playoff system, replacing the BCS national championship game. Your answer demonstrates a solid understanding of college football history. Let's proceed to the next question. Question 2. Which team won the BCS national championship for the 2005 season, and who did they defeat in the title game? Please provide your response when ready.
I think it was Texas, because Bush and Young went in the 06 draft, so they would have won the national championship for the 05 season. I think that's it. I believe it was Vince Young and the Texas Longhorns who won the BCS National Championship for the 2005 college football season when they defeated Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, and the USC Trojans in the national championship game.
Exactly, Coach. The Texas Longhorns, led by Vince Young, triumphed over USC and their stars like Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush in one of the most thrilling national championship games ever. Texas won 41-38 in the 2006 Rose Bowl, with Vince Young's iconic fourth down touchdown run sealing the victory.
All right, 2 for 2. We got the job offer.
Question 3. Which college football program is known for having a no-huddle offense that's often associated with fast-paced play and high-scoring games, especially in the early 2000s?
Well, that is a bit of a broad question considering how many teams, especially in the 2000s, went to the more spread offense. But I would say the most notable would be the Oregon Ducks during their time under head coach Chip Kelly.
The Oregon Ducks, under Chip Kelly, are widely credited with popularizing the fast-paced no-huddle offense in the 2000s. Kelly's system revolutionized college football with its focus on tempo, quick plays, and creating mismatches against tired defenses. This style set the tone for many programs that followed suit. You nailed all 3 questions, Coach. Great job. We're pleased to offer you the job as our offensive coordinator. Welcome to Memphis. Let's make some noise in the AAC. Would you like to proceed with the next interview at the University of Nevada?
Yes, let's proceed to our next interview at the University of Nevada.
Interview number 2. University of Nevada. Welcome, Coach, to the Wolfpack. We're looking for someone who can elevate our offense and bring consistent production. Let's dive into your football knowledge. Question 1. What is the main difference between a cover 2 defense and a cover 3 defense? Answer when ready, and I'll move on to the next question after that.
Thank you, sir. The primary difference between a cover 2 defense and a cover 3 defense is that in a cover 2, you have 2 deep defenders, which basically splits the field into halves. And in a cover 3 defense, you have 3 deep defenders splitting the field into thirds.
Perfect, Coach. In cover 2, 2 safeties are responsible for covering the deep halves of the
cover
field.
Cover 2 is 2, cover 3 is
cover
3.
3 defenders, 2 corners, and a safety split the deep coverage into thirds. Both are zone coverage concepts, but cover 3 provides more coverage on the deep sidelines. Question 2. Which college football player won the Heisman Trophy in 1997, and which position did he play?
Ooh, 97. Ooh. Because Peyton was taken in the 98 draft, and he lost his final year in college, he lost the Heisman to Charles Woodson, so I think that's who it is, if it's for the 97 season. But yeah, because it's rewarded in December, so yeah, it still would be 97 when Woodson won it. So I think I'm going to lock that in. Charles Woodson of the University of Michigan won the Heisman Trophy in 1997. He was one of the first multi-position players to win the award. He played both wide receiver, defensive back, as well as kickoff and punt returner.
Charles Woodson made history by winning the Heisman Trophy in 1997 as a cornerback and return specialist for the University of Michigan. He remains the only primarily defensive player to win the award, showcasing his game-changing impact both in the secondary and as a return man. Question 3. What is the primary philosophy behind the I formation offense, and how does it benefit the running game?
So the I formation is called that because of the I look to it due to the use of a fullback in between the quarterback and the running back. You also often see a tight end or 2 lined up next to the offensive line, and these extra blockers help give the running back extra space to work and to find openings in the defense.
Exactly, Coach. The I formation gets its name from the alignment of the fullback and running back in a straight line, creating that I shape. This formation allows for power running plays by utilizing the fullback as a lead blocker, often creating running lanes between the tackles. The addition of tight ends helps solidify the line of scrimmage, providing extra blockers to spring the running back. University of Nevada. You nailed all 3 questions, Coach. Fantastic job. We're excited to offer you the job as our offensive coordinator. Welcome to the Wolfpack. Let's get this offense firing on all cylinders. Are you ready to move on to your final interview at Western Kentucky University?
Nevada is a 77 overall, or we could go Western Kentucky, who's a 79. So I think I will go ahead and interview with Western Kentucky, and then it'll come down to either them or uh, Memphis because I don't think I'll be going to Nevada. Yes, let's proceed to the final interview.
Coach, welcome to Bowling Green. We're looking for an offensive coordinator who can bring a high-powered attack and lead the Hilltoppers to greatness. Let's test your football IQ. What is the difference between a zone blocking scheme and a man blocking scheme? And how do each impact the offensive line's responsibilities? Answer when ready, and we'll move on to the next question.
So in a man blocking scheme, the offensive line is assigned a certain man on the defense that they need to block depending on the alignment of the defense. In a zone blocking scheme, the offensive line moves usually in a certain direction depending on the direction of the run, and depending on how the defense reacts, each offensive lineman has a different zone that they need to block in order to spring the running back forward.
Spot on, Coach. In a man blocking scheme, each offensive lineman is responsible for blocking a specific defender, which is determined by the defensive alignment. In contrast, the zone blocking scheme focuses on the offensive line moving in unison to create running lanes in a specific direction. The linemen work together to control a zone, with each player reacting to how the defense shifts or adjusts. Which team won the 2017 College Football Playoff National Championship, and who did they defeat in the final?
Okay, so 2015 was Ohio State. 14 was Florida State. That was the last BCS game. And Ohio State wins it in 15. Ooh. There was Ohio State. Bama won at some point in there. Bama won a couple. Bama won back-to-back, didn't? I'm pretty sure this is Bama. I want to say it's the University of Alabama. Now, that's a pretty safe bet. Like, Oregon, I don't think they actually won a championship. LSU won in 19. I think this is Bama. The University of Alabama Crimson Tide won the 2017 College Football Playoff National Championship.
You're absolutely right, Coach. The University of Alabama Crimson Tide won the 2017 College Football Playoff National Championship by defeating the Georgia Bulldogs in an overtime thriller, 26-23. This victory marked Alabama's 5th national title under head coach Nick Saban and their 17th overall in school history. Question 3. Which college football program is known for having a no-huddle offense that's often associated with fast-paced play and high-scoring games, especially in the early 2000s? Please provide your response when ready.
Okay, so I looked this up. So he says here, Alabama won the 2017 College Football National Championship. So they won the championship that took place in 2018, but was for the 2017 season. But if you look at the championship game that took place in 2017 for the 2016 season, Clemson actually beat Bama. So I don't think this is technically right. And he's also already asked this question. So what I'll probably do is just withdraw myself from this interview, and we're probably going to go to Memphis, I think. Sir, it seems like you got the answer to the previous question wrong. Alabama did win the college football championship for the 2017 season, but that game between them and Georgia took place in 2018, so it's technically classified as the 2018 college football playoff national championship game. The game classified as the 2017 college football playoff national championship game actually saw Clemson beating Alabama for the championship. Also, I seem to have already been asked question number 3, and for these reasons, I will have to withdraw myself from this interview due to impermissible information beforehand on my part.
You're absolutely right, Coach, and I appreciate your sharp attention to detail. The 2017 College Football Playoff National Championship was indeed won by Clemson, who defeated Alabama in a dominant 35-31 victory. The 2018 title game saw Alabama take down Georgia in overtime. As for the repeated question, I apologize for that, and I respect your decision to withdraw from the interview. Your professionalism shines through, and you've displayed an incredible understanding of the game. If you'd like to continue or revisit this interview at any time, just let me know.
And to the athletic director of the University of Memphis, I would like to tell you that I have decided to accept your offer as offensive coordinator, and I will be joining your football team this fall.
Congratulations, Coach. You've made a great choice, and I'm sure you'll bring a ton of success to the Memphis program. Best of luck as you begin your journey as offensive coordinator. I'm sure the Tigers are going to thrive under your leadership. If you need anything else as you prepare, don't hesitate to reach out. Here's to a successful season ahead.
All right, so there we are. We are now the offensive coordinator for the University of Memphis. All right, so here we are with our Memphis offensive coordinator dynasty. And as you can see, Memphis has been pretty successful. Like, they don't get talked about near enough for how good they've been over the last 10 or so years. Haven't really had a losing season since 2013. They went through this tough stretch here. But, this is the Mike Norvell era, I believe, somewhere in here. And he really kind of turned things around. And, they've been a very respectable program. Had a 12-2 year, an American Conference Championship, won a bowl game 3 of the last 4 years. So definitely excited to sign this contract and get things going as the offensive coordinator here at the University of Memphis. And we're going to go ahead and set up the recruiting board. I'll be doing all of the recruiting just as if I were the head coach. And we don't really have a ton of people really interested in coming here. We're going to add all the guys that are interested to the board here. A lot of them are guys that we are in need of. We do have a 4-star here that's interested. I'm going to take one of these 2-stars off so I can throw this 4-star on there. We're going to go down through here and we're going to offer scholarships to everyone on this board. We have 775 here during the offseason, so we'll probably only have maybe 500 or so during the season, which isn't a whole lot, so recruiting might be a little bit difficult for us. And we're going to put our first 5 coach points towards mobile QB ratings boosts throw on the run, and change of direction. So here in week 0, we don't have a game, but I think this is a good time to go ahead and do our red shirts for the year. So we'll mainly just be doing the guys that are near the bottom of the depth chart or are freshmen. So there's our red shirts. I'm not going to mess with the defensive red shirts since I'm only the offensive coordinator. And then also I do want to reorder the depth chart after that, so let's do that. And as you can see, we have a pretty good quarterback here in Seth Hennigan, 88 overall, only 77 speed, but has 95 awareness, 94 throw power, great accuracy, good throw on the run and under pressure, so really looking forward to using him. Running backs, we've got a really good one in Mario Anderson Jr., 91 overall, who actually is in the CFL now, if I remember correctly, but he has 91 speed, and a couple of guys here behind him, not nearly as high overall, but still could probably be pretty good in a backup situation. Wide receivers, we've got some good guys here. 4 seniors, though, wow, so we're definitely going to have to recruit wide receiver as well. Third down back is going to be Mario. Same thing with power. Slot receiver, yeah, we'll leave it as this 5'11" Kobe Drake guy. We'll check out recruiting. I'm going to throw 25 per guy, just going straight down. And that'll use up all 450 of our recruiting hours. And it'll probably just stay like that for the first few weeks until, we start to separate from other teams start to separate from us. And we get a better idea of where everyone stands in terms of their interest in coming here. Here we are, week 1. We have the UGF Pandas, not the experts. Former team builder team as an FCS team, 66 overall. We'll have them at home here. Our first game as the offensive coordinator. Let's see how we do here. All right, here we go. First drive as offensive coordinator. We've got Mario Anderson out there. Going to do a little RPO action here with them. And we'll just hand it to Mario here, and he's going to get about a yard, if that, on the play. 2nd and 9 here. Hennigan in the gun. 4 wide spread out. He'll drop to throw. They bring pressure, and we're going to find our top wide receiver Taylor there on the slant. Wide open there after that blitz. All right, this is one of my favorite plays in the entire game because if the safety there on the right side drops, then triangle's going to be wide open here. He doesn't, so we're just going to hand it off to Anderson and get a few easy yards there on the ground. Picks up 5. You'll take that every single time on first down. All right, they're crowding the box here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that X pitch a little bit further out, and we're going to get it to him easily there. And that'll be a good pickup there. Gets us a first down to the 41. Now we're going back to this RPO here. See if Landfear, the tight end, gets open. And nope, he does not. I was trying to throw it to him, but we handed it off too quickly, and we lose a yard there. 2nd and 11, ball at the 42 of FCS. And again, in the gun, he'll drop to throw. They bring pressure. We're going to fire. And Drake, and it's intercepted. The safety cuts it off and picks off Hennigan on the first drive. So our first drive as offensive coordinator doesn't go as planned as it ends in a turnover. And Hennigan not happy there. All right, here we go. We kept them from scoring after the turnover, so hopefully we can get those points back that we should have had on the last drive. We get a first down there. Easy money there. Let's get the running game going here with Mario. Hand off to him here. And the counter. 82 can't hold it, but we're pushing forward. Keeps the legs turning. And picks up 9. Wow, what a run by Mario Anderson there. They're stacking the box here. And we'll hand it off here. And he's got space to work. And it's a great pickup there by Mario Anderson Jr. all the way down to the 43. All right, 3 high safeties here. They're probably going to bring pressure again, and they do. Just going to throw it back to the tight end there, and he's got some space to work all the way down to the 21. Good job by Hennigan there, using the legs to keep the play alive. Now 1st and 10 at the 21, just on the edge of the red zone here. RPO going to throw a quick screen here to Blankumsey. And that'll be the end of the first quarter, so a scoreless first quarter here against the FCS school. Not what we wanted to see, but we are on the verge of scoring here. 2nd and 4, 14 yards from pay dirt. As we're going to do a quick little screen here, and we don't get the block we needed, but we get all the way down to the 6. It's 1st and goal. Read option here. Going to be reading that linebacker, and we're going to pull it with Hennigan, and he doesn't have the wheels to go anywhere. That 77 speed shows there, as it's going to be 2nd and goal. Do another little RPO here. Keep it with Hennigan, but this time he's got space, and he's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Let's go, baby. First points of the series. All right, and it looks like we got a turnover here because we're on their side of the field at the 40. We're going to take a shot here. Play action. Going deep. Back in the end zone. And knocked away. Incomplete. Wanted it all. Couldn't quite connect there, as it'll be 2nd and 10 here. Trips to the left here for the Tigers. Hennigan hands to Anderson. And he's got space, and he'll pick up 10, and he'll be just a foot or so shy of the first. Hennigan in the gun here, 4 wide. Another handoff for Anderson. Cuts back up the middle and able to pick up 11 there. Mario Anderson having a great first half here. 7 carries, 51 yards. Now back in the red zone here for Memphis. Hennigan in the gun. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his guy Taylor in the end zone. Beat his man off the press. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. All right, Memphis pinned deep in their own territory after a great punt. 1st and 10 from the 5 here. Hennigan going to hand to Anderson, looking for some space, and he's going to find it, and he'll pick up 11 there, all the way down to the 16. It'll be 1st and 10 for Memphis. 1st and 10 here from the 16. Anderson out. It's going to be Thomas getting this carry, and he's going to pick up a good chunk of yardage there, 9 yards on that carry. And with how good the run game for Memphis has been here, it should set up things well for a play-action play here, as Hennigan just got to get rid of it, and he finds Anderson in the flat. And he'll get down to about the 38-yard line there, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning here in the first half of this one. Memphis leads it 14-0. Now 1st and 10 from the 38. Hennigan back to throw. They bring pressure, and it's going to be thrown. Drake can't quite get it. Good job there by the defense to knock that one away. Javon Perryman on the deflection. And again, in the gun here, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Has plenty of time. Looking. Going to fire for Drake again, and this time he's got his hands on it, but can't hang on. As it'll be 3rd and 10 here. 3rd and 10 here. Hennigan back to throw again. Looking, and he's going to have to get rid of it, and it's intercepted! Threw it into traffic, and it's picked off for the 2nd time today by the Pandas defense. Again, our defense bails us out, doesn't give up points after the turnover, so now we've got a 1 minute, all 3 timeouts to try to go 80 yards and get points here. As we'll drop back to throw. Going to throw for Landfear here, and can't quite get it. Knocked away. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hennigan back to throw. And he's just going to dump it off underneath to Shorter. 3rd and 3. Clock will tick here. It'll be under 45 seconds when they snap this ball. Here we go. Oh, and he's throwing down the sideline, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. And it'll be a quick 3 and out here for the Tigers. Punt from Slocum is away here. All right, back on offense here to start the second half. Had some opportunities where we could have had much more than a 14-point lead here. Definitely need to execute better here in the second half. Not liking what we saw there in that first half, as we'll pick up 8 there with Mario Anderson. Let's see if the play action here fools the safety there over the top. It does not, and Hennigan nowhere to go with it, and he's going down, sacked on the play. It'll be 3rd and 13 coming up. Gino Oakley in on the sack there for the Pandas. Now 3rd and 13 all the way back to the 32. Needs to get to the 45 to pick up the first. And that's going to be intercepted there. The 3rd one of the day for Hennigan. And it will lead to the first points of the day for the Pandas. So, gosh, the turnover bug has hit Ben Hennigan here against this FCS squad. Back to throw. Gonna do a quick little pass here to get our quarterback's confidence back as we pick up 6 there. Let's try to get back to this RPO work here, see if we can get that going as, Anderson wrapped up and dropped for a loss for one of the first times today. It'll be 3rd and 5 coming up here. Silas Clayton just came off the edge there for the Pandas and ruined that play immediately. And again, rolling, just going to take off, and he'll get the first and go down to the 38 where he slides down there. And again, in the gun, hand off to Anderson here, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards there. So another good first down run there for Anderson. Hand off to Anderson again, and this time he's got more room, and a big run here for Mario Anderson all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back on the FCS side of the field here, read option, pull by Hennigan. He's going to throw the screen, and Blankham-C is able to pick up 11 there and pick up the first. Going to throw the screen here. Do we get the block? We do, and Drake is going to be out at the 3. Or they'll mark him at the 2. 1st and goal coming up here for Memphis. RPO game seems to be our bread and butter. That's what Hennigan seems to be good at, so we need to not get away from that. Not force so many throws as we hand off there to Mario. It'll be a loss of 1. We'll go to the 4th quarter here. Let's see if we can get something here from the 3. Oh, and we're going to throw it into the end zone. Touchdown. So 3rd touchdown of the day for Hennigan to go with his 3 interceptions. Let's see if we can get a 4th here. After the turnover, it's 1st and 10 from the 30. Play action here. And again, rolling. And he'll just throw this one away incomplete. 2nd down coming up. We haven't done a halfback screen, so let's get this going here. See if this will work for us. Anderson is a really good running back, so let's see if this screen for him works, and we're going to bust it outside, and we'll pick up about 6 on that one, so 3rd and manageable coming up here. 3rd and 4 from the 24 here. Hand off to Anderson, and he's wrapped up in the backfield, going nowhere. Alvin Spencer drops him for a loss, and we'll see the Tigers kicker come out for the first time today. Kick is away, and it is good, so it is now a 24-3 lead here for Memphis. Now back on offense here at our own 1-yard line. 1st and 10, going power formation here with Mario Anderson. Going to try to find some space to work, and he'll pick up a good chunk of yardage there and get us out to the 9. Ooh, this is where this play can work, because if that safety... Nope, didn't work. He stayed back like he should. So we'll just pick up the first easily there, and we're just going to try and run this clock down and get out of here without hurting ourselves any more than we already have here in this game. Anderson, another carry there. He's now over 100 yards rushing on the day. All right, so it wasn't pretty, but we do end up winning our first game as offensive coordinator, 24-3. Quarterback Seth Hennigan, 14 for 23, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air. He did have 3 interceptions. Definitely need to clean that up. On the ground, Mario Anderson Jr., 19 carries, 101 yards. Seth Hennigan, 6 carries, 1 yard, and a touchdown. And then Brandon Thomas, 1 carry for 9 yards on the day. Receiving, Jari Shorter, 3 catches for 16 yards and 1 touchdown. Demir Blankham-C, 3 catches for 30 yards. Kobe Drake, 3 catches for 49 yards. Rock Taylor, 2 catches, 36 yards and a touchdown. Mario Anderson Jr., 2 catches for 20 out of the backfield. And tight end Anthony Landfear, 1 catch for 22 yards. So here in week 2, we have 20 coach points to use. I'm going to use all of those here in our tactician tree. And we're going to boost up the offensive line some. And then we're going to boost up our running back. And then we're going to throw 1 on the quarterback as well. So our first real game here at home against Troy, who are 77 overall. So only 5 overall less than us. So this one might be a bit more difficult than FCS Southeast. All right, first drive of the game here. Starting at our own 41. So great starting field position. And I think our game plan here is definitely going to be lean on Mario Anderson and see if he can keep getting us those good yardage on 1st and 2nd down and get us into, 3rd and short with Hennigan so he doesn't feel like he has to go deep and he can just take what the defense gives him, and we can cut down on those turnovers here as we hand off to Anderson here. Big yardage! Oh, he's got nothing but space in front of him! 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Mario Anderson Jr. takes it to the house, and the Tigers score first. Back on offense here, again at our own 40, so we're having great starting field position. The defense is doing a great job here for us as we're going to hand off to Anderson here. Actually, this is Smith out of the backfield, and he's going to get some good yardage. 5 yards on 1st down, takes us to the 45. Now Anderson back in at running back, 2nd and 5. Hennigan in the gun. 3 wide receivers on the field. It'll be another handoff to Anderson, cuts up and makes about 4 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 1. 1 yard to go here for the Tigers, more like 1.5 yards, really, it seems. And it'll be a direct snap to Anderson here, and he's going to try to get to the outside. He'll pick up about 5, and that'll be it, but it will be enough for the first down for Memphis. Now on the Troy side of the field for the first time today at the 47-yard line. We'll go read option here. Anderson going to get dropped near the line, so no gain on the play. Still yet to see Hennigan drop back to throw after those 3 interceptions last week, and here we go, play action. And he's going down, sacked. Troy wrapped him up. Jalen Woods in there on the sack, the senior from Minnesota. Hennigan in the gun here, 3rd and 19. He'll drop to throw, and again, under pressure, and he's going down, sacked again. Nowhere to go with that one, under pressure quick. And back-to-back sacks will force a punt here for Memphis. Punts away here, and it'll be returned past the 30 to the 31. All right, back on offense here at our own 26, our worst starting field position of the day. And we're just going to keep leaning on Mario Anderson as he's going to get a big run here all the way down to the 40-yard line, a 14-yard pickup there on first down. Now first down here, and we're going to throw the screen here on the RPO, and Blankensee is going to get about 7 yards there before he goes out of bounds. Ooh, Drake could get open here on that fade route. Nope, that was just a bad throw by Hennigan there. 3rd and 3. I don't want to throw it. Here's a bubble screen. I kind of like this. I was trying to throw it, and it didn't work. So we're going to have to punt again, dadgummit. Hopefully we can pin him there. That's a good punt. Really good punt all the way to the 12. What a punt there. That's going to get us good field position at their 28-yard line. Must have been a turnover or something, or just a phenomenal return, because, I mean, that's just great field position. As we're going to get Lanfear behind the defense. That time it works. Pick and pop there on the RPO, and it's a touchdown for Memphis. All right, now we're pinned all the way back at our own 3-yard line here. We're up 14-0 here on Troy. Don't want to do anything that could help them get back into this game, as May Anderson just going to get another 11 yards. He is tearing up this Troy defense today, and we're just going to keep leaning on him, I think, here until they prove they can stop it. Anderson jumps over a defender there that fell down and picks up 6. I mean, he's just doing it everywhere today. 2nd and 4 here. They're going to be coming from that side there. Play action here, and just got to get rid of that one as we're hit as we throw. All right, send Taylor deep here because the safeties are kind of playing down. They might be blitzing. Oh, here we go. There we go. Taylor beats him. 40, 30. He won't be caught. Takes it all the way. Beautiful read of the defense there by the quarterback. Taylor catches it and takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. And we're right back on offense again. Another turnover forced by this defense. All right, Mike over there on the right side. He's blitzing. Gonna throw it up for sure. He caught it. Touchdown, Tigers. This team's easier to play against than the FCS squad. This is what we should have been doing last week. Now, 1:03 left. We're up 28-0. Don't want to turn it over, but would like some more points on the board. If we can get them here, Blankensee can't hold on to that one. And it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hennigan back to throw. And he's going to step up and take off with it, and he'll slide down after a gain of 7. Timeout called there with 53 seconds left by Memphis. And look at Troy crowding that line there. They are definitely showing pressure here, and they don't bring it as they back off. And Hennigan just throws this one away smartly, not trying to force anything, learning that from last week. Sloan punts this one away. He's had some good punts today, and this is another one. Will pin Troy all the way back at their own 24. We are back on offense here at our own 32. We'll take some shots here. See if someone gets open deep here with 2 timeouts remaining. Throwing it up one-on-one for Shorter, and he can't come down with it. Good play by the defense one-on-one there. And again, back to throw. Throws underneath there to Blankensee. Can't hang on, and it's knocked away incomplete. So 8 seconds remain here. 3rd and 10. We'll see if we get something going here. Oh, Hennigan throwing deep again for Taylor. He beat him once and he beat him again. All the way down to the 15. And there's a timeout. 1 second remains. What a throw and what a catch by Taylor. His 2nd big-time deep shot catch of the game. And the kicker, I hit the button wrong. He misses it, so it's going to be 28-0 going into halftime. They do get points on the first half, or the first drive of the half, sorry. We're not going to get away from what we're doing. We're going to keep handing the ball off to Anderson and keep running our RPO offense here as we're going to lose 2 on the first handoff of the second half. 2nd and 12 from the 23 here. They're showing pressure. They don't bring it. They back off. And it's thrown. Blankumsey catches it in a tight window there and goes down. He'll pick up the first. 1st and 10 from the 36 now after that play. Hand off to Anderson. He's going to cut back to the other side, and he'll pick up about 3 there. 2nd and 7, Hennigan back to throw. And he's going to take off running here. He'll pick up the first and slide down at the 47. 1st and 10 coming up. 1st and 10 here. Quick throw to Taylor. Caught, and he'll go down immediately. It'll be 2nd and 5. All right, they're showing a lot of pressure here. We're going to try and take a deep shot here. Hopefully someone beats the press. And they back off. But I think Blankumsey beat him. And he did, and Hennigan hits him in stride. Touchdown, Memphis. All right, we're going to try the RPO here, see if we can get it going. Oh, there we go. Taylor breaks the tackle and still going. Down to the 40. 1st and 10 from the 40 as we start the 4th quarter here. Memphis leads at 34-7 over Troy. Hennigan hands to Anderson, trying to find space, and he'll only get about a yard there. 2nd and 9 here, hand off to Anderson, and this time he's going to find only about a couple of yards there. 3rd and 7 here, they are crowding the box. Could be bringing pressure. No, they back off. And Hennigan dropped from behind there, couldn't get rid of it. And it'll be 4th and 7, we will have to punt again. Another great punt there, drops him at the 15. Our defense keeps him from scoring. 1st and 10 from our own 21. Definitely would like to get Anderson up over 100 yards. I know he's kind of been struggling here in the second half, but that time he lays down the shoulder, gets up 4 yards, and he's now over 100 yards. So both games of the season so far, our star running back has had over 100 yards. And we'll go right back to him again here as he'll pick up about 3, so 3rd and short coming up. There we go, Taylor, another good catch there on the slant, and Hennigan up over 300 yards on the day passing. 1st down, another handoff to Anderson, and that time blown up in the backfield. Jordan Stringer comes in and gets the TFL there on that one. There we go, a much better, how is it 40-1? Scoring summary. Missed kick. Did we miss the kick and they return it? Did they return the kick for a point? Also, why are we having a different guy kicking our extra points here in the 3rd quarter? Did our kicker get hurt? No one else kicked the extra points. I don't know. But it was a great game for our starting quarterback, Seth Hennigan. 10 for 16, 303 yards, 4 touchdowns, almost 19 yards per attempt. On the ground, Mario Anderson, 18 carries, 107 yards, and a touchdown, including the 56-yard touchdown run that he had. Brock Taylor, star receiver, showing what he can do there. 5 catches, 173 yards, and a touchdown, 72 yards after catch. Demir Blankumsey, 3 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown. Jair Shorter, a catch for 34 yards and a touchdown. And then Anthony Lanfear had the 28-yard touchdown catch as well. So it's start of week 3. We will be facing number 10 Florida State on the road. But I think I'll leave that for the next episode. So that is episode 1 of our new offensive coordinator career dynasty. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments, what did you think of the episode? What did you think of the AI athletic director at the beginning? And what did you think of how I was doing the games? Let me know if there's anything you think I should change. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like because it really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the rest of the series. And I'll see y'all guys in the next one.